Hey there everybody, this is Ira! Welcome back to Vintage Story. I'm back here up on top of the spire and I'm ready to look down and see the progress that has been made so far on this new little village. Now, some of you might be wondering, what Ira? What Ira? It's Wednesday. Wednesday's indie game day. Well, you know, obviously Vintage Story is an indie game, but that's not the point. Vintage Story is a series that I'm doing. This week the schedule's just changed up a little bit because of a press embargo date. So I will have your little indie game video for you on Friday. So Friday, guys, take a knee. On Friday you will have your regular indie game video, and today I'm just doing a Vintage Story video. So that's what's going on. Let's take a look. Oh, well, of course the sun's behind us now. Sun's going down. But yeah, this is the progress that has been made so far. I didn't really do any building in between, aside from his bridge here. I perked up his bridge a little bit. Building hut's still the same, with the exception that I went around and I removed the bottom level of the birch half slabs to let the grass grow, and then I replaced them after the grass had grown. So that has grass all around the bottom now, like I intended it to. And over here in the farm, you can see a little dash of purple. I went out and I tried to collect some more flowers. Ugh. I definitely need to make a safer way up and down this place. Oh, goodness me. Just hold on a sec. I gotta focus on getting down without killing myself. Okay, so yeah, I fixed up the bridge. I think it looks a lot nicer. And when we finally update to 1.7, there will be path stairs and hopefully path slabs as well. And I made a whole bunch of oil lamps. I collected a whole bunch of fat and I made a whole bunch of oil lamps. Got a bunch more oil lamps, and I got some firewood. And I made some more torches as well. And I just made kind of a little fire pit area here. This is temporary, so as you can see around the bottom of the house now, it is all grass. Apparently, for whatever reason, the grass does not grow if there is a block on top of it, even if it's not a solid block. So that's what happened there. I'm gonna go to sleep right now, and I'll cut to the morning. Good morning, guys. Oh, I feel so rested. Feels so good. Let's take a little walk. Let's take a little jog. Look how fast you go when you run on the pass. I love it. Put some oil lamps here. Oil lamps are good. Put one on the table down there, so this is all lit up at night. I rotated the crops, so this one's fallow now. And I've got some stuff planted there, and there. I only have space for 3 different crops to grow at a time, you guys. It was commented on by somebody that I need to make tons and tons of farming space because there's so many crops. I don't need to grow all the crops. I'm not that type of player. I'm happy to have just a small farm plot, small area for everything. Got lots of flax growing now, so we use those flax fibers. We got some grain here to make bread, some spelt, and then some onions. And, you know, I'll mix it up every now and then. I'll shake it up. I'll put, plant some carrots every now and then, or I'll change to rice or something, especially once I update to 1.7, and there's going to be actual use for all the variety. That's going to be very important. So for now, I'm just happy with what we got here. I pulled up all the cow parsley because it's ugly. I'm sorry, cow parsley, but you're ugly. It's all right. You serve a purpose, but that purpose is not to make my farm look pretty, because you don't. See, here we go. See this. A wooden fence gate here on top of this. And I've also found that if a dirt block had a tree growing on it and I cut down the tree, so let's try placing this and see if this grows grass now. But yeah, like if I cut down one of these trees, sometimes the block underneath it never grows grass and I have to break the block and replace it, and then it grows. So I don't know, none of these are super game breaking bugs or anything like that, but stuff that I should probably report to Tyron. Anyway, I flattened this area out. I cleared it of trees. There's a little bit of a hole in the ground, so I filled it in with dirt. And there must be tons of copper right under here, by the way, you guys. See, we get copper nugget over here. We get copper nuggets over here. And there were 3 or 4 more copper nuggets in this area that I filled in. So, plenty of copper underneath. And basically, I'm gonna build the farmhouse here. I'm going to try not to make my usual mistake of making it too small. I have a basic layout in mind, and I'm actually, guys, going to base it roughly, because, I'm trying to make a video game adaptation, but I'm going to try to base it roughly on my father's house. My father actually has a farmhouse. He has a really old farmhouse in America, and I'm going to use that basic layout of his house to build the farmhouse in here. Now, I haven't quite made choices of materials yet. I've got a whole bunch of materials in my inventory here, some different woods to try out. I've got some cobblestones, andesite, and granite. I'm not sure if I want to use those. I've got these stone bricks. I've got a little bit more of these as well inside the builder's hut up there. I love the way that looks through the trees. Do you guys like that? I think it looks really lovely. I used that for my thumbnail on one of the episodes. And I love the way my farm looks. Oh, it looks so much better with that color from the catmint, doesn't it? They're the only other flowers I could find. I'm gonna have to take like a proper long trip sometime and go and find other varieties of flowers, because I know there's more out there. My garden at the summer house has tons of different flowers in it. I don't know where where did I get those? I need to find some more of them. But basically the layout will be, we'll have a front porch right here. It'll all be raised up off the ground a little bit. And then there'll be a box, like a rectangle here, a long rectangle, which will be the kitchen. There will be a squarish room here, which will be the bedroom, and I'll probably sleep in this house. This will probably be my house for a while. And then there'll be another rectangular square over here, which will be the dining area. And then maybe I'll do a small upstairs or like an attic with some storage, maybe a basement so I can get to that copper. We'll figure that out as I get to it. But that's the basic rough outline. And then next to the farmhouse over on this side, placed against it, I'm going to have a wood pile for the firewood. Something raised off the ground so that, you know, the wood doesn't get wet if it rains and stuff. And yeah. So that's what I'm going to get started on now, and when I've made a bit of progress, I've got something more to show, I'll check back in with you guys. Alright folks, so we've got some progress. I've got a layout here. I've got a little oak front porch here. I've just thrown down some oil lamps for light for now. These are not permanent. Decided to go with just some granite cobblestone around the outside for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it like this or not. But what I was thinking, by the way, I love the pine as flooring. Pine as flooring is very nice. This is going to be, all right, so here's the layout. This is the bedroom back here. I already threw my hay bed down. I'm going to make a proper bed. Don't worry. I will make a proper bed. I want right here, right next to this fireplace. It'll be nice and warm. This is the fireplace. Actually, as I said, I'm basing this vaguely off of my father's house, and he's got a wood stove right in the middle of the house right there that heats the whole place up. So I thought, yeah, let's go ahead and throw a shale furnace in here. So I've got the stuff. Let's go ahead and just put these down. I am not sure if the smoke is going to get high enough to actually go out of the chimney here, but we'll find out. We'll let it go for a minute because the smoke will just very slowly rise up. We'll see if it actually makes it to the top. But this area here is going to be the kitchen. So I think we'll probably have like some storage here, right? Maybe the quern will be here for making the bread. And then we've got the stove here for cooking, and then maybe you'll have like a table and chair over here, sit and eat, and the bedroom in here. And as for the walls, I was thinking of maybe sticking with the same style that we have over there. So that would mean maple logs, right? And then the birch slabs for the walls, and then using the acacia for the roof. So that, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see how it looks. How's this doing? Is it going up? It is slowly making its way up. I think we might actually get to see that come out of the top. That would be so cool. That would be so cool. I'm actually kind of wondering, like, yes, it is! You guys see that? Can you see that? The smoke is coming out of the top of the chimney. It's a little bit tough to see, but it is coming out up there. No, better this way. Let the light catch it. Yay! Oh, that's so cool, you guys. Now, of course, it's only going to emit the smoke particles. Oh, this is interesting. I don't think it's supposed to do that. Losing some smoke out of the cracks here. Maybe I should fill in these back parts with more of the shale. Problem is, I'm low on shale, guys. I think this is all I have left for shale stone. I've got a couple of cobblestone here. Stick these here. Will that keep them inside, or will they just get stuck in the corners? It does look like they're kind of getting stuck in the corners a bit. Don't stand in the fireplace, everybody. It's very bad. It's very bad for your lungs. Alright, I'll have to think that over. I prefer not to have the cobblestone here, because I was actually going to put some chests here and just have a little mini storage area back there. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, this is how you place the slabs, guys. So people were asking, how do you place the slabs vertically like that? Okay, so when you're looking at the face of a block, whether it be a horizontal face like this or a vertical face like this, okay? If you aim basically for the middle of the block, the slab will go flat. Same thing if you're aiming at the middle of this block, the slab will go flat against that block, so vertically, okay? However, if you want to make it stand up, you don't have to put a block behind it to put it against, but you aim for the edge. If you aim for the edge of the block, then it will stand up at that edge, like that. Simple as that. And then you do the same thing here. So if I aim for you have to keep in mind the overall structure of the block. So if I aim for the center of the block, this is going to go flat, right? So you still have to keep aiming for that edge if you want it to stay vertical like that. So that's that. And you know, as I'm placing these, I'm kind of regretting the cobblestone now. I thought it would look nice, like it would look like foundations. I do want this to be up off the ground, of course. Because, I mean, you want the first floor house to be up off the ground. Because, you know, you don't want rain coming in and rotting out your wood floors. I'll look at that in a bit. By the way, folks, I know I said, I had talked about potentially doing a look at the 1.7 testing updates this time around, but I haven't had the time. Haven't had the time these last few days. I'm actually recording this Wednesday morning. I'm like way behind on everything. I actually am supposed to be working right now. Like, I'm behind schedule and everything. I'm very busy. Please keep in mind, I'm not a professional YouTuber here. I'm doing this in my spare time. And each one of these videos, a 30-minute video for Vintage Story, probably takes several hours to record and edit. Then, oh, I hurt myself. Then about an hour to render. And then many hours to upload because my internet speed isn't very good. So, yeah, it takes me like half a day to make a video, guys. So I don't have time. That's why I don't have time to, you know, prepare things more in advance, you know, go into a creative world and plan out how I'm going to build. I don't have time. I really don't have the time if I'm going to be making the videos. So I'm just doing the best I can. Let's sleep out under the stars tonight. It's a beautiful night. I find it very interesting how they do the fireflies. I don't know if you guys noticed that. There was a little slight explosion near my head before I fell asleep. Come on, wake up. There we go. Yeah, it's going to be gone now because the sun is up. Apparently that's how the fireflies come into the world. They just like, there'll be a point and it will explode out with those little glowing particles and then they float around. So it's an interesting way of creating fireflies. Do I want this here? I kind of feel like, I feel like I need to learn like about architecture and stuff. Because I'm just kind of, I just kind of base my ideas off of what feels right. But I feel like it would be better if I understood more how a house is actually put together. I'll leave spaces for windows. Once I update to 1.7, we will have the slabs for glass. So, and yeah, see, here we go. I'm looking at this side, and I want it to stand up vertically. I just look at the edge like that. That's it. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do to get your slabs standing up. So, I'm just deciding whether I like the slabs like this. I had considered, instead of doing the slabs on this one, I might do full blocks instead. Because the advantage of the full blocks is they're a solid block, and then you can do stuff like putting trapdoors on the outside as shutters and things like that, which I can't do if I'm just using slabs. That would also have another advantage because right now the cobblestone is showing, and that doesn't look very good. So maybe, all right, let's take down this side. Okay. Very slowly. I swear I increased the speed of the tools, and yet it doesn't feel like my tools are going faster. I wonder if I did it wrong? Or if there's some kind of bug in the way the files are read? I don't know. I should look into that more. I should do some testing. If anyone else has tried increasing the speed of their tools, please let me know if you were successful. So this is option B here. This is option B. The door's obviously going to go right there. We'll have like that. I'm not going to have windows all the way across here, but it would be nice to have a window into the kitchen area. Maybe like a 2 wide window here. And then we can just fill this in. Oh, I'm gonna need a lot more birch. Although, it's not a problem. Look around, you guys. Look at how much birch and maple and oak there is here. We are in a very heavily forested area. There is no shortage of wood whatsoever. So yeah, okay. Let's take a look. So if I do it this way, I definitely need to add something more to the outside. There's no question about that. If I just leave it like this, actually I would like that window one wider. One wider. If I leave it like this, it's very flat and boring. And the slab one has the advantage of it looks a little bit more interesting even without adding to it, I think. On the other hand, I can't add to it, whereas in this one, I will be able to add things to the outside. This is a tough decision, and I'm not really sure what's gonna look better, you guys. So I think, I'm gonna think it over. I'm gonna think it over. I also think that I'm probably not going to add a second floor to this house. I was thinking about doing it, but it's more work and it's more space that I need to fill. And I have that giant house. The summer house is huge for my purposes. It's got 2 stories above the ground level, and I never leave the ground level, really, except to go up to use the bed. Speaking of the bed, let's go ahead and make a bed. Yeah? While I'm thinking of it, I don't want to sleep on a hay pallet in this nice house that I'm building. By the way, you guys, I asked the developers, these plants, like this is at stage 5 of 5, and then it will roll over to 1 of 5, and they just keep cycling. Apparently that is intended. That's not a bug. That's the way they intend it. Until you pick the vegetables and then plant them yourself, they will continue to just cycle through the stages. So that's fine then, as long as it's not a bug. As long as it's not a bug. What did I come here for? Guys, I came here to make a bed. Came here to make a bed. Okay, I've got 1 there. I should probably go and harvest, actually, let's make 2 beds. Let's make a double bed. It's always good to have a double bed. That means we need 2 of these. We need hay. We need hay to make the bed, I believe. So let's grab the scythe. Let's do something other than building for a bit while I kind of... It's always good to step back if you're building something and just kind of mull it over. I mean, when you guys see, you know, like, there are professional YouTubers who, like, their videos are just progress. What you don't realize is that behind the scenes, they're recording for hours and hours and hours. Oops. Don't want to dig up the dirt with my scythe. How we doing here? We got enough? Nope. No, we sure ain't got enough. Okay, it's fine. There's plenty more grass around. No shortage of grass. Yeah, when somebody's doing a huge building project like that, you wouldn't believe the number of hours that goes into planning, just messing about, putting stuff down, deciding whether you like it or not, picking it back up, moving it around. In my videos, you see more of that because I don't have the time to record for 6 hours and then just pick out the most interesting 30 minutes. I do not have the time. I have a job. This is not my job. I don't make any money from YouTube. I make some money from Patreon from very kind and generous people who are awesome, and I love them very much. But I don't make any money from YouTube itself. Oh, what do I want to... Do I want to use up my birch planks? Let's use some maple. You know what? Let's not use the logs, because I need those for the house. I know I've got a bunch of maple planks in here that I haven't used. But yeah, this is a hobby for me. This is a hobby for me, so... We're limited to what is fun. If I get to a point where I'm not having fun, I stop recording. And I'm trying to get out 3 videos a week. So it's a lot more work than you might think. I think there's a lot more people talking about that now, like there as YouTuber after YouTuber, and not just YouTubers, but streamers as well. Video content creator after video content creator is burning out and quitting and saying I can't do it anymore. And people are starting to realize, you know, this isn't just playing video games and having fun and getting paid for it, being a professional YouTuber, which I am not. I reiterate, I am not a professional YouTuber. But even if I were, I don't want to be. That's the thing. I keep getting these kind of comments. Let's go cut down some more birch while I'm thinking. I get a lot of comments from people who are like, your channel would be more successful if you did this, and you'll get more views if you do that, and people aren't going to watch your videos unless you do this, and you're never going to get the attention you deserve. Guys, I appreciate the good intentions. First of all, if you're not a professional YouTuber, you don't actually know. I know you think you do, but you don't know what it takes to succeed. If you do know what it takes to succeed, you should absolutely go out there and make your own YouTube channel. Do it. Do it up, you guys. If you think you've figured it out, then go for it. You know, you might find that you are really good at it and you have a great time and you get the job of your dreams or whatever. But most of the time it's not as simple as people think it is. And aside from that, like, I don't want to be famous. There was a time when I did, guys. There was a time when I was like, if I put enough work and effort into this, what do we got here? Flax. I got plenty of flax. I thought if I put enough work and effort into it, I know that my videos are quality, and you know, I know some of it is luck and all that, but I think I'm good enough at this that I could make a living at it if I can just get that lucky break. And yeah, that may be true, because I think my videos may not be the greatest in the universe, but I see a lot of people who have much poorer quality videos than me who are successful. So that's not out of the question. But I as time has gone on and I've seen other people doing this burning out, and I've gotten a taste of burnout from videos, and I've had to take breaks now and then when I just couldn't anymore. And I've had a taste of one of my videos suddenly getting really popular unexpectedly and having this huge influx of people, not all of whom are the nice, lovely, polite, sweet people that are a part of my community, but are, you know, I've had toxic people coming onto my Discord and leaving racial slurs. I've already been here. You know, just, I've had a taste now and then of what it means to be successful. It doesn't mean, like right now, I like doing this because I'm making these videos. I enjoy making videos. That's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. That is reason numero uno, because it's fun and I like it. I like playing games and I like making videos about games. And so I continue to do so. And I like connecting with the really nice community that I have, because I've got just the loveliest people hanging out, watching my videos, leaving the nice comments. But I would love to be able to do it like I'm doing it now and make a living off of it. That would be awesome. But when you get the number of people watching your videos that you need to have watching your videos in order to make a financial success of it, it's not the same anymore. You don't have that small, tight-knit, really lovely, kind people. You can't just delete a few toxic comments every now and then. Like, you start to get targeted, especially because I'm a woman. Some people might not realize it is a very, very real thing that women get targeted just for the crime of being female and enjoying video games and telling people about it. There's a lot of reasons why I don't want that. So I'm going to keep making my videos the way I make them. And while I welcome comments, feedback from you guys about what you would like to see, like if somebody wants to leave comments saying, hey, I would really love to see you do more of this, or I think I would enjoy this video more if you did it this way, cool, man, leave those comments. I absolutely read those and I try to take them into consideration. You know, I'm not going to be able to tailor all of my videos to specific requests from folks, but, you know, I want to know what you guys want to see. It's important to me. I don't really need the comments of like, this is how you make your videos look more professional, and this is how you make yourself more successful, and this is how you get more subscribers, because A, I don't really want to, and B, it is so much more complicated than that. It really, really is. And again, the intent is very appreciated. You guys are great. But I just want to make that clear while I'm wandering around the woods, cutting down trees. I want to make it clear in case people have got the impression that I'm really looking to explode in popularity and become famous. I'm not. I just like making my little videos. That's all. This is fun for me. I seem to have wandered very far away. Whoops. That can happen when you're cutting down trees. Use safety precautions when you're cutting down trees, folks. Keep an eye on where you were. It's all right. We're right here. All right. So in between episodes, I'll be thinking about exactly what I want to do for the walls here. Maybe play around and see what I can put on the outside that will make them less flat and more interesting. And, you know, decide whether I want the half slabs or the whole blocks. You know, certainly leave your opinions. What do you prefer? Do you like the half slab look? Do you prefer the whole block look? And if so, what would you recommend that I do with the outside here? Just any ideas I'll bounce them around. I'll try them out. And we'll see how it goes. But that is going to have to be it, you guys. I'm out of time. I got to get this edited. I got to get this uploaded. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah. Thank you very much for watching, you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.